the Bible, there is this ancient worship of the god called Baal. But that's all ancient history. That's all done. Or is it? Something surfaced not too long ago in Europe. It was the worship of Baal, but under a different name. It's all connected to the G20. It's all connected to the opening of the Gotthard Tunnel in Europe.
Hey guys, just wanted to show you this ceremony. This is in Switzerland. It's not actually Cern, but it's not far from Cern. I think it's about 300 miles. But what's significant about this is it's the largest tunnel in the world. All the world leaders are there, and just like they do an opening ceremony with cultish figures and weird dancing and subliminal messaging and basically messages, symbolism in your face. It's just so freaky and in your face. So I wanted to include this for you to see. Also the fact that this tunnel, actually not the tunnel itself, the line, it connects north to south, you know, top of France, Rotterdam, or there might be Holland, Rotterdam, all the way down to Genoa. Now if you watch my videos, you know the significance of Genoa being, it's named after Janus, the king of portals and doors. So basically the energy, the pathway is leading all the way through Switzerland from Genoa. Now this guy, this is huge to me. I've not seen many people linking the Janus to the Cern like I have. If I have, I've not looked hard enough, but like I said, you know what I'm like, I'm in my bubble. So as you can see guys, here we go. This is so weird. Don't they just remind you of zombies? Are they turning us into zombies? Are they sacrifices? Are they hosts like my last video talks about? Symbolism, guys. I mean, what the hell is going on? Here you go guys, Janus. And what looks like Donald Trump's wig on the floor. And there's a link with Donald Trump to Cern as well, albeit very debatable.
Ah, monsieur Solari, monsieur Solari.
See the significance of this to time. As you know, Janus is the god of portals, doorways, eternity, Uberos, you name it, he's the god of gods, according to these guys. And time, he's himself too. So strange. These guys need to make the parties a bit better. Right guys, if you're wondering why I'm showing you this clip again, I'm only showing you a few seconds. What I want to show you is something I found and it blew me away, and it connects all this with Cern and the Shiva statue. Have a look at the hands of the clock, the two hands, obviously duality, Janus again. But have a look, you know when the clocks spin, they always go back and rest just for a split second at like the 10-10 position, the same position as the Shiva arms. And I'll put a picture underneath so you can see it. I just wanted to show you this. Here we go. Did you see how they went to like a reset position at the 10-10-ish position, the open arms, the wide type of position? Just wanted to show you that, guys. And guys, here is the tunnel, the layout, the link from north to south that I just talked about. I mentioned in the, the weird ritual for the opening ceremony of the Gotthard tunnel. As you can see, the Gotthard tunnel is split into two duality. Whose duality? Janus. So there's actually two tunnels, as you can see, passing through Switzerland. One is a freight, I think a freight terminal for freight, and another one will be obviously for passengers. But what's interesting to me is it connects, as you can see, I think it's mainly Rotterdam to Genoa. Now we know Genoa is where Janus the Janus story for me started, because in the tunnel, in the cathedral, there's a manuscript. It's a carving. It's a plaque on the wall mentioning how Genoa was founded by the king of Italy, the first king of Italy, the progeny of giants. He is god of gods. January is named after him. It's Janus, the duality, the two-headed person, the two-headed god. He originally, I believe he was supposed to be four-headed and three-headed, but the modern, what we know today, is he's two-headed, because he looks at the beginning and the future, and portals, you name it, everything is linked within the Y chromosome, the X chromosome. We have Janus DNA in us. I've covered this in my video, so check them out, guys. It's the Pythagoras Y videos. Pythagoras Janus the Vaticanomai, that's the second one. I mentioned a little bit in my last one, the Cern, about the parasites. Really, these guys are the Janus cult. He is one of the men, because he is an offshoot, he is a reincarnation, he is a new Baal and Baphomet, because of the duality in the sexes, because he is both female and male. So this is why it's important. And oh look, we've connected north to south, and he is the opening, he is letting the energy, everything is coming through Genoa, just like I said it would. I just didn't know what it would let in, and my research is following. I mean, I can see loads of this. You can see the symbolism of the duality. You can see these two triangles or diamond shaped. Could these be the left and right hemisphere of the brain? There is the Y as well in the middle, like I've showed you on my video on the fluid of life video. Even at the end there, you have the Y. So you've got Y's. I know you can make Y's from any of this, but the significance to X and Y to these guys is because of the DNA manipulation and all the things they're doing, X and Y chromosomes for men and for the female. And this is just blowing me away, guys, especially now that you can see there's two tunnels, the duality. This is even linking Janus even more to Switzerland. And I know it's not banging, but I'm wondering, is the collider, I wonder if that's Cern headquarters in the middle, because I know it's 300 miles from the one Gotthard tunnel, but when I did my basic research, they didn't mention another tunnel. So I'm wondering if it's bang in the middle of these two tunnels, and this is the collider, the CH. I might be wrong, but you know what I mean? It said 300 miles, and I'm assuming it could be here or it could be down here, but it'd be even cooler if it was in there. So you guys will probably tell me if it's further down this way. I do know it was 300 miles from the Gotthard tunnel, so it could be that Gotthard tunnel down here, or it could be this Gotthard tunnel and it's somewhere here. But nevertheless, it's still huge for this duality, this Janus pattern to be coming through Switzerland, cementing my theory on them being linked to Janus. Right, guys, hopefully this video is resonating with you, because it is with me, and hopefully I'll find some more goodies and information for you while I'm researching. Right, guys.
The Large Hadron Collider called Cern, known as the Atom Smasher. 666, a particle accelerator with the circumference of 17 miles, 350 feet deep, where they found the idol of a god, Cernunnos, half man, half beast, influenced by the serpent in the land of Apollyon. Now inside this collider, they have a massive 8-spoked Atlas detector, consisting of 8 coils with a circle in the middle. Let's count the coils. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In the ancient world, you have the same design. The Hindus have it. The Aztec sunstone has it. Even witchcraft has 8 sections and a circle in the middle. There are 8 world religions. The Dome of the Rock, where they falsely claim the location of God's temple, has it. The Pope holds a monstrance with the same design. He serves in the Vatican City in St. Peter's Basilica, where there's a circle in the middle with an obelisk. Now, how many spokes do you count? 8. Could this be a blueprint of a mass project of revelation proportions? The Mayan civilization had this same device. They believed it was a gateway that led from a serpent rope to the underworld, much like the movie Stargate, where they used an 8-spoke device for teleportation. Now watch this trailer carefully and ask yourself if there are any similarities.
A mystery. A secret. A threshold to the future.
Where'd you find this? I've never seen anything like this.
One man will break the code and open the door. And open the door.
You should read Stargate. That was in front of us the whole time.
The other will lead the way.
Why are you here?
I'm here in case you succeed.
Backup storage, reserve power, on.
What is that?
It's your Stargate.
We've opened a doorway to a world we know nothing about. We've opened a doorway to a world we know nothing about.
Could this be the underworld that the Mayans were trying to contact? None other than the bottomless pit of Revelation 9.
And the 5th angel sounded his trumpet, and I saw a star that had fallen from heaven to the earth, and there was given to him the key to the bottomless abyss. And he opened the bottomless abyss, and there went up smoke from the pit, like the smoke of a great furnace, and the sun and the air were darkened by the smoke from the pit. And they have over them a king, the angel of the abyss. His name in Hebrew is Abaddon, but the name he has in Greek is Apollyon.
Apollyon, the Greek name meaning destroyer, also known as Shiva, whose image shadows the Cern building. Now Jacob's ladder led to a gateway, but in heaven.
And he dreamed, and behold, a ladder was set up on the earth, and the top of it reached to heaven. And behold, the angels of God were ascending and descending on it. And he was afraid and said, "How fearful is this place! This is nothing but the house of God, and this is the gate of heaven."
When Nathanael was first called, Jesus mentions the same gateway to heaven.
And he said to him, "Truly, truly, I say to you, hereafter you shall see heaven open, and the angels of God descending to and ascending from the Son of Man."
There is only one true way to enter into God's heavenly realm. Not Cern or no other ancient pagan religion can achieve this, for Jesus said,
"I am the door. If anyone enters through me, he shall be saved, and shall go in and out, and shall find pasture."
and those pastures will be in God's kingdom, where there will be the New Jerusalem, which is interesting. It has 12 pearly gates.
And its gates shall never be shut by day, for there shall be no night there. And they shall bring the glory and the honor of the nations into it, and nothing that defiles shall ever enter into it, nor shall anyone who practices an abomination or devises a lie, but only those who are written in the Lamb's book of life.
Right guys, what's interesting about that when it's mentioned the 12, and I've done a video on that so long ago when I first started the channel, so it feels like so long ago now. But it talks about the 12. How many months in a year do we have, guys? 12. What's the first month? Well, so-called first month in this calendar. It's January. January is Janus. The first day of every month is to Janus. Hence his 12 temples, his 12, what you just saw here guys. So I'm linking Janus with Baal, because they're both the same, Baphomet, all of them together. And this is why they do it guys. They use what is good and they reverse it. We've all seen it, we've done the research, we can see it, and it's just blown me away. Now what's going to come up now is I'm going to show you something a little bit different. You've seen some videos, if you're watching this, well, I'm positive you'd have seen it, on St. Pauli, Guinness, or whatever it is, the site that they're saying is a gateway. Well, it is and it isn't from my research, and I'll show you now, guys. Hopefully, even though the topics, not such as, what's the word, light and like rainbows and unicorns, but hey, we have to get the truth out there, don't we guys, and expose these. This is what we're here for. Right guys, hopefully you're enjoying it. Thanks guys. Right guys, this next bit I want to show you a lot to do with Cern and different things. Even from the address now. Now you can address Departicules 11211 Mairin, Switzerland. That's the Cern address. So this is what I was talking about before. People think it's St. Janus Pauli. Well, that's just at the side of it. This is the actual location. And what I found for this will intrigue you guys. If not, will blow your mind. Well, hopefully it'll blow your minds. As you can see, there's the address. Right, guys, just check this out. So, if I do this right, 1, add 1, add 2, add 1, add 1, equals 6. 6, there's a Cern, that has a 6 in it. but also spiritual perfection and all that. What 9 means, turn it around, it means 9. I've done videos on the 9, guys. Obviously, by now, if you've watched any of my videos, you will know the significance of number 9. If you need more, just type into your search engine significance of 9 and I'll show you. Obviously, I don't want to go into depth on it all the time because some people might annoy. But I need to show you the significance of it. So, it's the 9. Look at this down there. I'll move the mouse, as you can see. Cern, when it opened, 29th of June to the 1st of July 1953. Add them numbers up, you'll get a shocker as per usual. 2 add 9 add 1 add 1 add 9 add 5 add 3 it gives you 30. Break it down how you have to do. 3 add 0 equals 3. 3 is a trinity. So all these numbers mean a lot to these parasites, and this is why we need to look into it and expose it for what it is. If you just want to be really, really picky and just use the year 1953, that gives you 18. 1 and 8 equals 9. Guys, it's just blow me away, guys, what I'm finding. Right, here's some more. Let's move on, guys. Just a quick thing, the name of Marian. So you can see origins of Marian unknown. And you can do this to 20 and you'll get a few, but this is just what blew me away. Marian means, example, gift of God. So the location of Cern means gift of God. Tell me that's not ominous and whoa. So we had a little bit of fun. In the Marian value in Gematria calculator, and this is what it gives you. So obviously I want to use a few of the words just to show you guys what's coming up. So let's scramble down, listen to some of these words. Stubborn, God's numbering, Donald Trump, digital angel chip, no coincidence, dinosaurs, understand. So there's not too much. Questions, Notre Dame, Peter the Roman, Akhenaten and Nefertiti, Lamb Christ and Lion Gene. Some of the words coming down. Stargate, son. Stargates. Well, you just saw that, haven't you, guys? And you can see just some of the words that it comes up with. Antichrist, bad cop. So you can see Phalalis, fallen angel. So it's throwing up some words. And like I said, you can keep on going. But like I said, I just wanted to touch on that. I've done the Gotthard Tunnel. That was it. Further across. You can see, just to show you, this is just my research that you got. I did the bit on the Shiva. Right, this is the interesting bit I wanted to show you. Right, Marian, its actual origin name was Marin, as you can see on the screen. It's like a lady's name for Mary. Gaelic name, and obviously that's the region through Germany and also England and Scotland and Wales. But listen to this, guys. As a girl's name is of Irish and Gaelic origin, and the meaning of Marian is star of the sea. Star of the sea. Remember that, because what I'm going to show you now is linking Baal and Janus to that. And I'm just blown. You can see Our Lady side of the sea. But this is what I'm going to get at, and this is what's linking it. So if you're into history and you know a little bit, I only know a little bit, so anyone who knows more, I'm sorry if I butcher this, but Mount Carmel is where Elijah fought Baal. So instead of the Jew, it's talking about whether did the Jews worship Baal and forgot the God of Israel, so they're talking about that. But it was on Mount Carmel where he battled him. Now at that location, look what they've just called. Let me just find it for you guys so you can see it. Hopefully I won't go past it. I'll just read it all out, and then when I get to it I can point it out. Baal must be a god. Maybe he's daydreaming or using the toilet, travelling somewhere, or maybe he's asleep and you will have to wake him up. Elijah's sarcastic challenge to the frantic Baal worshippers in Kings 1:18. still adds some humour to an otherwise dire situation in Israel's history, to choose whom they would worship, the fertility god of the Canaanites, or Yahweh who brought them out of Egypt. And you know, fertility, Baal is Janus. Janus is the hermaphrodite, is it? The female and male. The decision on Mount Carmel to identify with the true God of Abraham, maybe the mountain legendary Abraham. Was it Abraham that was linked to Janus as well, being the first king and of Abraham's origin, if I remember? I might be wrong. Feels like it's forever ago. So it talks about that, and it's along here somewhere. Obviously, you don't want to keep reading out because my voice sometimes does people's heads in. Why did Jews worship Baal and forget the God of Israel? The answer is still debated today, but lies in who Baal was to them. Baal means Lord, Master, or Husband, and his mate was the fertility goddess, sister, wife Asherah. Baal is the god of storms, rain, and lightning, the perfect god for a farmer to worship, but it was a strange religion. It's near the bottom. Here we go, guys. So you talked about this, the star. Marin means the star of the sea. In the 12th century, a Catholic order was created here called the Carmelites, based on a cave that they believed to be the grotto where Elijah stayed. And although there is no evidence for it, a monastery was later founded on that location called the Star of the Sea. Star of the Sea. Where has it gone? Can I get to it? Where have I put it, Paul? Star of the Sea. Marin is the old name for Marin, where Cern actually is. Star of the Sea. Tell me, guys, that is not epic. Linking Baal straight away through the name, the origin of where it actually located. Marin is Star of the Sea. Baal fought Elijah, as you can see, on Mount Carmel. And a Catholic order, called it the Star of the Sea. Now, did these guys the Parasites, use the location to be a mirror of this Star of the Sea? Looked for a town that meant Star of the Sea. I'm just blown away, guys. I really am. As you can see, Marin, Star of the Sea, that is its old name. And as you can see, people always talk about St. Janice Arch as being the Stargate, the entrance to. Well, according to this here, a Lafayette, I think that's an estate agent. I think this must be in St. Pauli. This is a Janus. This is a triumphal arch. This is built in honour of Janus. So it's even linking it again to them, guys. It's showing you what I've always been saying about Janus. He's more important to them than we actually think. And it's gone under the rainbow. Oh my God, under the rainbow. I mean, just look at this, guys. When did Cern start up? I mean, just look at it. 10th of September. I did write it down because I'm trying to count while I'm doing this. I'll go cuckoo. Where did I write it? As you can see, it makes 11. 1 add 2 add 8 is 11. 1 add 1 is 2. That's duality. Duality, guys. Who is duality? Janus. So it actually started up on the 10th of September. They had to get 11 for that to be duality. There's your link, guys. The duality is Janus. Even 7 add 2 is 9. The perfection, spiritual perfection. I'm just blown away, guys. Now I want to show you this just so you can see what I was thinking. As you can see, there is Cern. Can I zoom out? There is Marin, so it's in the border of Marin. There's St. Janice Arch. You know, it's talking about what you've seen in the video so far. So actually that is a gate. But Cern, can you say there's Cern number 3? So I don't know if that Cern number 4 is actually in St. Janice Arch or Provin Moens more to there. But as you can see, the majority of the headquarters is in Marin, the Star of the Sea. Linking everything together, guys. Even look at this. Star of the Sea. So there's a temple. Look what's underneath. Water. Look at Rome, where the temple of Janus is. It's north of the water. London. Another, the connection of Janus, Bank of England, north of the water. Washington DC, another one of those, north of the water, like Vatican, north of the water. That is the serpent. There you go, guys. Star of the sea. Tell me you're not blown away by that, guys, because I am. And that's a connection I've not seen many find. But then again, I'll turn on YouTube in a minute and everyone's talking about it. And I'm like, no! I think I've found something good for my friends that watch my videos. Hopefully you're enjoying this, what I've just shown. And I don't know how much more I'll do on this, but hopefully I'll find a little bit more. Thank you, guys. Right, guys, what's coming up next is a few pictures. And I'll show you why I'm showing them a few pictures after that. It's only going to be 4 or 5, maybe 6. Yeah. Who knows, because when I edit it I might take this out. But what's happening is I'm going to show you some pictures and then I'm going to show you in a screen recording like I do why I'm showing you them pictures. Okay guys, see you in a minute. I'll be finishing off this and doing my thoughts in a sec, but just to recap, as you can see, remember the location where Elijah basically stayed after fighting, or the location of fighting Baal, Star of the Sea. We know it's the meaning of Marin means Star of the Sea. And then you have obviously the Baal and all that stuff, and Baphomet and Janus all being the same. Here we go, as you can see on this site. Tree and serpent worship carried by the Phoenicians everywhere. The religion of the Indian jungle, Baal in Palestine, the star of Chion, Siva, and the Mahadrios and Masaboth. Special bloodthirstiness of the Phoenician divinity. There's the divinity, holy of holies of Jewish people, and a sanctuary of Shiva Linga in India. So as you can see, you have that, the Shiva, and I do some pictures, and then it's the star. What does the tabernacle of Moloch, which is, as we know, is the bull worship, is Baal, represents in Acts 7:43. What is the star of Rephran? Some say that's the same with the Star of David. Is this true? That's a question someone's asked. Yeah, he took the tabernacle of Moloch and the star of your god Rephran, figures which ye made to worship them, and I will carry you away beyond Babylon. There's a similar verse in Amos 5:26. But ye have borne the tabernacle of your Moloch and Chion. Remember the star, all the star. Your image is the star of your god beyond which ye made to yourself. So you're talking about the location is called the star. Can't get any more linking everything together, can you guys? And than that, I'm afraid. As you can see, you can put in what is the star of Chion. The star was mentioned and condemned by the God of Israel in Amos 5:6, which I just read. And obviously I'll include a few pictures in a minute, and then you've got obviously the Moloch and different things and the Star of David linked. But I'll just show you a few pictures. But as you can see, here's a Shiva picture made to represent the star. It's all the same, all connected. That's the reason they used that location, because it ties in with where Elijah fought Baal, and they made the convent or the church Star of the Sea, and that is what same name. You can't get any more in your face, and obvious to that, it's linking it for me. I hope you guys can see the link and what my research is showing. Right, I'll be doing my thoughts now. So I'll just be recapping in that. Thank you for watching so far. Welcome to the Black Sheep Researcher, where we search for the truth outcast style. Oh my god. Oh god, how can I laugh when I'm doing a topic like this? But I do. You have to feel the positive energy even in the negative type of scenario, and that's what I'll do. Like my sign says behind me, guys, don't take life too seriously, nobody gets out alive. And that's what we should do. Ride life like we stole it. Oops, enjoy it. Something nearly went then. Oh my god. What can I do? I'm unprofessional, but I'm not stopping now. Nope. I will not stop. I'll get there in the end, won't I? Oh my god. Can't balance anything. Come on. It's not like I'm doing anything here, is it? I'm not like filming a YouTube video. Right, if you had a crash, it's whatever it is. I've just balanced it. Unprofessional, but I'm not stopping. Right, guys. So I know I'm late to the Cern brigade, but not my last video, the one before, where it talked about Cern being to do with parasites and just the general evil that this place is. It's opening doors, portals, kingdoms, linking it to Janus, because I've done a lot of research on Janus, and if you've not checked my videos on that, I would really recommend it. The title Janus the Gatekeeper, that's number 1, so try and watch it in order if you can. I'll not give away too much, which one's better. So yeah, Janus the Gatekeeper, and the second one was Janus Pythagoras, the Vatican oh my, and that was one that, because I put Vatican in, it wouldn't upload for days, and I just changed the title and it went straight through like that. They don't like you talking about him. So them two, what led me to look at Janus originally from Genoa, and as you've seen, Genoa is a vital place, because that is in the cathedral there. They have the, I don't know what you call it, a plaque or mural. It's on the wall, and it talks about Janus being the king of Italy, the first king of Italy, and a progeny of giants, and even Genoa is supposed to name after that. So that's why I tied it into all this, because it is relevant, because Janus is the god of gates. He's a gatekeeper, he has the keys. Vatican is his place. He has a temple under the temple, what the Vatican is built onto. If you look at the Vatican, it's built like a key. And then I did all the serpent divine things and all that, so it was all linked. I had a few things on my head that I wanted to get out, so I wanted to have a little break from that, because the research was a lot, and I just did about the super soldiers, just, a light topic as it is. So now I'm back with a sequel. Now, don't ask me what I've called it, because I might change my mind, but at going to press, I called it Cern Demons. Oh my god, I forgot. I know something, oh my. See what I mean? I'm terrible. I'm just like trying to remember all the information that I've got to research, and I'm not really bothered about them things. So as you can see, I've done something different again, because by now you're seeing all what I've accumulated, and hopefully you're like, whoa, he's found some good stuff. And yes, I am late to the Cern research, but I have so much to research in between, you know what I mean? So I don't give it priorities. I just go where I feel that I need to go, like I get pushed in a direction. So eventually I got to Cern, and I got that connection to the Parasites, and in this one I wanted to look a bit more into Cern itself and its location, because some friends just reminded me of the Saint Gennis Puli being like the gate, the gate, and that connection with Janus, because in my video you show me they have a triumphal arch, and that is in dedication to Janus. So yeah, I gotta mention why I have notes or anything, because I just go out with order any row. So yeah, so that led me there, and a lot of you, if you research into this a lot more than me and way better than me, you will know, like people talk about the Saint Janus Papuli or Papuli as the gate. Well, if you actually, as I showed you on the Google Earth, it's actually the next town over, but it's still connected, but it's the next town over. And the actual town where Cern is, and the actual give it for its location on the address, is a town called Merin, and I just blew away the stuff I found on that. So as you can see, when I looked into Marian, I found out that the Marian, the name itself, was obviously for Mary, and a derivative of Mary, but also Marian means gift of God. So that intrigued me straight away, knowing how these guys do things because they're in honour of gods, or the lowercase gods, or what, you know what I mean, the demonic gods. So saying something is called gift of God, and they have the particle being there, and it is the God particle because they're doing it in honour of the gods. To be called gift of God, that just like, whoa. Even that is just worth watching just for that, guys. Drum roll. Oh, crazy. And when I looked more into it, the old name for Marian was Marin, which had Mairin. So it's a slight change on it. And I looked into that, and it was Gaelic and Irish origin. And that was obviously another form of Mary, but also what took my eye was straight away was Star of the Sea. And obviously the star, and you had the Baal, you had Lucifer, and I know we know if you've done research how Lucifer's a morning star, but it might not be evil because it only come into the Bible, you know, in the Vulgate that they did in the 14th century or something, or the 4th century, something like that. So that one's questionable, but still these guys are serving the god, the evil god, the Baal, aka Baphomet, aka Janus. They're all recycled. It just blew me away. And obviously I talk about the star of Raphael, whatever it is pronounced. See what I mean? I should have wrote that down, but I'm like, nah, I'll remember that, and I've not. But obviously it's not long ago, so it's still fresh in your guys' minds. To do with the star, and that linked the star. Also, where Elijah fought Baal in Israel on Mount Carmel, the location, they made a church or a convent or whatever, a new religion type of thing. Oh God, what was their name? That's it. They made the Carmelites. Now doesn't that sound a bit like Carmelites, Canaanites, the religion of Baal? You know, the Baal followers. So similar, isn't it? And they called it Star of the Sea. And it's the same Star of the Sea as Marian. That can't be a coincidence. A lot of people don't believe in coincidence, and I'm starting not to for everything. Sometimes technically could be a coincidence, but in this, to find the location where Baal died was Star of the Sea. The location of his birth, of the opening portals in his name, Star of the Sea. That is a great connection, and just shows you what these parasites are up to. And we're not labelling everyone who works at Cern a parasite or evil, because people are just indoctrinated. They're under a spell and they just can't see, you know what I mean? So we can't label everyone, and that's unfair, you know what I mean? But do you know what I mean? We're not talking about them, we're talking on the echelons, the evil archons. So that then got me back to where I started and the opening ceremony. There is another ceremony, but I just forgot what that was. Some people have mentioned it and I have seen the clips. But this opening ceremony, even though it wasn't for Cern, it was 300 k's away, it still was in his honour from what you've seen. You had the 10:10 on the clocks, which is duality in my eyes. You know what I mean? They call it symmetry. But, you know, in symmetry, ceremony, similar things type of thing, isn't it? And obviously Shiva is in this type of position, roughly 10:10. You know, it's not spot on, but I noticed during watching the video how it was resetting. The clock was turning, and it was boom, and it was going back to that position all the time, showing the duality. That's no coincidence, and it's a similar shape that Shiva does, and she is on. Basically, the statue is in Cern's headquarters, or where they do it. You know what I mean? I've showed you the pictures. Too much of a coincidence that was, definitely. And obviously that takes you into all this 10:10 research that fellow friends are doing. I didn't want to go right into that, just want to throw my little beginning hat into it by saying 10, 10, 1, add 1 is 2, 2 is duality, 2 is Janus. So they're doing it for Janus. So then you had the rest of the ceremony. It wasn't all long, but you can see how all the Baphomet, horned beast, the we are zombies type of thing, we are being you are being gifted to the god. They're like, you know what I mean, walking into, like, they're going to be a host for the parasites, their sacrifice as such. Just way freaky, and it's done for a reason. Even the line, the tunnel is the longest tunnel in the world, the Tunnel Alice near Cern. You have it coming out beginning of Rotterdam, one of the places, and the other end is Genoa, which is tied directly into Janus, who is Baphomet and aka Baal. And all that, I've included that, and that just like, whoa. Me finding out about Janus has led me to do all these videos, and that can't be a coincidence. I feel like I'm pushed sometimes to research and find what things I can. You guys have seen so many videos on Cern, and some people say it's demons, portals. In the end of the day, we are here to research and expose the lies, shine the truth wavelength, which I've done a video on, onto this topic, so other people can see what we see. Now, these guys believe in those deities, those parasitic gods. So we have to research it, unfortunately, so we can expose it. And even though sometimes it gets too much, me doing this type of videos, too negative for me, because I'm really a positive person overall, I still feel I need to do it to get the light shine on it and try and give it. But you can't give it a positive vibe because obviously it's so negative and evil. But you can see what I'm trying to get at. So all that ceremony and all the 10-10 just led me down this route to find all the connections that I'm making now with Cern and obviously Shiva and Astarte, which Astarte, if you don't know, is just they're all recycled. The Ishtar, the Inanna. Inanna is the god of heaven and earth. She has the 8-sided cross, the rosette. The Cern is 8-sided in the pattern. You saw me a clip, and they're all talking about different gods, but they're all the same gods. They're all recycled, guys. And I've done videos on that. And one of the first videos I did was Inanna to the Vatican, and it's way down at the bottom with like hardly any views, but it's just all pictures. And like I said, that was the first time I was just getting into videos and making them, and I wasn't as confident in front of the screen as I was then. Plus I had not the same editing software, so I was limited. So yeah, linking all that together just blew me away. And then obviously I've seen a few videos on that saying again it's purely and how that is connected to a Roman temple and Baal and Apollo and different things like that. And a lot of people are saying that's a gateway. It's just a connection. That's just the start of it. It actually is Marian, and that is to Baal. But like I said, it's all linked. It's all for the evil. Like I keep saying, we're here just to shine on it. And that is just my research. I'll have to pull that down before it pulls my computer down. You'd be like watching me, and next to the screen's going like that, and I'm going with it. So I thought, no, I'm being safe. I'm moving it. Yeah, so as you can see, I'm going to get my notes just for a little bit. Even the name Marian, if you put into numeric terms like I have been doing lately, adds up to 39. And 9 and 3 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. That's the Trinity. So even the name means Trinity. And then on the coat of arms, you see in the Astarte crescent moons, you saw in the flag, which I think it was made in 1929 or something, together, had the 3 stripes for the Trinity. So you can leave that to your imagination. And in Gematria, Marian, the reverse full reduction, as I said, it was 33. 3 times 3 is 9, spiritual perfection. I know you can get 9 basic, but these guys are using it for a reason. They're using it to highlight it, because words, written words, they're all spells. And if they put in their negative energy into these spells and trying to use it in a negative way, we have to shine our positivity on that numbers and turn it around and make it more positive. And obviously you've seen some of the words in the Jewish gematria, God's numbering, Donald Trump and all that, which made me laugh. And then talk about the Stargate. No coincidences anymore. I'll have to stop saying that. Where did I get? And even this, I've got numbers in everywhere. I should have wrote everything down, what was in my notes. And originally, where did I get the? And then you were doing stuff. All the words on Cern and Hadron Collider being all the significant numbers, and he included that, and I talked about that. Even the distance of it. You can't dismiss, guys. And from not looking into Cern, and it's not the case I was dismissing it. Just as people who watch me know, my mind goes away with the furries. Sometimes it's a case of I'm researching a topic and that leads me to another topic, that leads me to another topic, and I seem to be going in the merry-go-round following where each video sends me, for the next. So I always meaning to look into Cern. I was never dismissive of it. I believe everything is connected. You might not believe Cern's opening portals or parasites or cloning. You can basically say they're up to something of no good, evil, and it's all in the name of their God. All these numbers, all the locations mean something to these people, and this is why we have to expose it. And we can only do that by getting our message out on the system, the beast of the system, the WW, the World Wide Web, and using that negative for a positive. I keep talking about this, and I have done a lot lately on how this positivity is needed. These evil people want us to live in a negative world full of negative vibes, energy. Everything is drilled to hate that religion, hate that ethnicity, hate that whatever, and put up on, you know what I mean, or celebrities and the pedo award and all that. They are like false gods. You can only do something about a celebrity and you get millions of views. When they do stuff, really good research videos, you're getting hardly any. Well, it's not designed to. They don't want you getting the message out. We can only get this message by sharing it between fellow truthers, fellow people of the light who are shining this positive light, this truth wavelength to reveal the truth. And this is why we always should just share information between each other. Go on each people's channels, see the different perspective each channel has on the truth, and moulding that into one, and then releasing it out for a stronger wavelength. And this is what I'm going to do more and more now. There's people that want to work with me, so if you're watching this, guys, we will make something. Just contact me and we'll do something. I want to do some with my friends. To work them, I've got, if you're watching, Philip, we will do something soon. Very soon. But you know what I mean? You got to think, I'm like, the Jamaican people are so laid back, and I'm worse, and I'm so laid back, I'm falling. But we will work in the next week or two. Just remind me. So all things are connected, and I want to get out there. I want to get on other people's shows. I want to get my opinion out to more people, and hopefully that resonates with people. I've not done too bad so far, considering I've only been up X amount of months. And it's for you guys, you watching my channel, you recommending me to other people, you sharing my videos, either on here or on Facebook. And I couldn't have done it without you. And that is using the negative beast for a positive, getting the message out and sharing. We should all share each other's work if it resonates with you. Obviously, if you doesn't, you don't share it. But in the end of the day, God, I always want to use some different words, but what can I do? What we have to do is ignore what we don't like about other people, because we all can't get on. You can get on 99% of the time, but sometimes you just have a falling out, and that's just natural. It's human. We all have egos, even if you don't think you have. So you've just got to ignore the little times that you don't get on with someone, or they've done a video that you don't like, and just look at the positive and use that positive message to then add to your positive message, because this is what we have to do. And I will keep going on about it, getting this positivity out, and people can call me this or that, and that's fine. That is your prerogative. But you're missing the point. You are a truth seeker. You are the light. You shouldn't be labelling each other this, and this. Just don't follow them. Find another one that you resonate with, and then get help to get their message out. Because everyone's truth is different. We know the spectrum of light. Each light has different shades, even the dark. So if we're all in the light, but there's different shades of light, people have different opinions, different things that resonate with them, they're on a different spectrum. So they like stuff in that spectrum, and they get that message out. If someone comes along and they don't like it, and it's slightly different, or they see, don't, oh, well, I'm going to tell this, I'm going to tell that, just move on. We have to get out with a negative mind, even if you don't like that person, and then move on to someone who is positive for you, who works for you. Then that way, we're getting more positive vibes sent out through the world, getting people more happier. Sometimes when you do topics like this that are bad, obviously it's not yay, you know what I mean? But it's still resonating with people, and it's still making them aware. So it's more it's positive in that way, not a positive in we're all laughing and having a good laugh and joking. I mean, sometimes I even joke when I'm doing these things just to keep my spirits up, because I need it sometimes with some of the things that you see doing your research. And like I said, I'm to you, I'm your peers, you to me. I'm my peers. We all look up to each other, and we want to show what we do, and hopefully people like it. That's a natural. I can't, there will be a few people that are really, really not bothered if people hate all the stuff, but to me that's just a negative mindset. And like I said, if that what makes you work and you feel better with that, and then by all means you do that. But I just want to be more positive. I've had more positive comments than negative. Also, we can't help people who want to be negative, but you know what I mean? Like I said, we want to pay it forward, use our beast system against them, this negative energy draining our spirit, our soul out through the screen. At least when we're doing this, we are passing on this positive message, even though it's a negative type of topic, and using it against them. And that way we can reverse things and get the light shined on the lies. Because like I said, my analogy that I like to use now is I will research all topics. I might not be getting into them all at once, because I'll look at this topic this week because this video showed me this, and when I'm doing this video something will remind me about something else, and I'll go on to that. But if I ever get to a topic and I don't like it, it doesn't resonate with me, I don't throw it away. I just take it off the table and I put it in the box, because you don't know when you research something else on this table, that will then come into play. And that's how I'm researching. They control the light, they control the spectrum. We'll just put the shades on and reveal what they don't want us to see. So, right guys, I am going. I'll try and get this out today. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. It's just something I found a bit more since doing me other Cern video. And take care guys. Have a great weekend. And I'll see you soon. Bye guys. Bye guys. It's not stopping.